How can I discipline my child? When your child doesn't listen to you, even after you have told them to do something a dozen times, what do? You've tried the nice way and you've tried the harsh way. Nothing seems to be working. Your child is still being difficult and defiant. For every parent out there, this problem is as frustrating as it gets. Many parents resort to spanking as it seems like the most effective solution to change their kids' behavior quickly. But in truth, it does more harm than good. It does not teach or motivate your child to behave well. Raising a child with good manners can be tricky at some points, and it can often seem like your child is beyond your control. But with the right parenting techniques, you can do a great job at it. But first of all, don't view discipline as a punishment. Discipline may sometimes feel like you are punishing your kids. That's not true. Discipline is positive engagement with your kids to help build good manners and moral character. It teaches them right from wrong in a constructive way. And these basics are what they need to be good members of society. Here are some pointers on how to discipline your child. Number 1. Introduce time out. A timeout is for when your kid breaks a specific rule or lashes out irrationally. Introduce this by telling them that they will get a timeout if they do or don't do something specific. If they continue with their behavior, tell them they are on a timeout. A timeout means that you remove your kid from a certain situation, remind them what they did wrong, and tell them not to come back until they are ready and in control of themselves. When you do this, try to show as little emotion as possible. This strategy helps children learn and practice self-management skills, and it works for older children and teens too. Number 2. Know when to ignore. Sometimes, kids are just trying to seek your attention by acting out. They whine or shout, do the things they're not supposed to do. Now your job is to know when to respond and when to ignore. If you sense that your kid's behavior is only attention-seeking, simply ignore them. Of course, you should not ignore when they do something dangerous or inappropriate. Only look past it if their behavior is mild. When your child behaves on his own and asks something, then you can return your attention to him. This way, he will learn that good behavior is what gets him what he needs. Number 3. Reward good behavior and punish bad ones. There is no better motivator than a reward. It is all about linking actions to consequences. When your child does something good, follows the rules, or behaves gently, praise and reward them. The reward can be anything positive and healthy. Now, let's talk about bad behavior. When we say punish, it does not include spanking. Instead, teach them what logical consequences there will be for their unacceptable actions. For example, if they are refusing to pick up their toys, don't let them play with them for the rest of the day. With such direct and logical consequences, your child will learn to behave and act accordingly. Number 4. Communicate with them. Parenting is not just rewarding and punishing. It is more than that. Your love and attention inspire your child to behave nicely, and for that, a very important factor is clear communication. Frankly, tell them about the rules and answer their curious questions, instead of punishing them without a warning. This helps build their trust and develops a good parent-child relationship. Number 5. Redirect bad behavior. Sometimes, kids act out because they are bored and have nothing to do. Don't aggravate them further by taking away things they like or by punishing them. Instead, find something productive and interesting for them to invest their energy into. With these basics in mind, you can discipline your child in constructive ways. Rather than pushing your child away by yelling at them, you can adopt gentler methods which are always more effective.